All right, folks, buckle up. You ever heard that phrase, follow the money? Yeah, I know the rest of it is supposed to be something profound, but around here we remix it. Follow the money, don't chase the honey, or you'll end up the dummy. That's the rule. And once you start tracing those dollar bills, the shekels, the wampum, the green cabbage, the dead presidents, you stumble on things nobody told you. Things that make you go, wait, what in the royal circus is going on here? Now, tonight's story, oh baby, this one's messy. We're talking royals, we're talking foundations, we're talking secret pipelines of cash that don't smell like roses. You think you know the Harry and Meghan saga? Nah, I'm going to peel that onion till you're crying. So grab a snack, grab a soda, maybe even buckle your socks, because I promise you, by the end of this ride, your socks are not staying on. Who loves you, baby? I do. Smash that like button, make sure you're subscribed, and drop a comment below if your socks survived this one. Spoiler, they won't. So, let's start with the basics. Once upon a time, there was a royal ginger, a man named Harry. Poor little chap, sex life in shambles, wandering through life with no real plan. And then, the Instagram scroll of destiny. Bam! A wild Meghan appears. And suddenly, cue Beverly Hillbillies theme. They're packing up their troubles, hopping media's private jet, and jetting off to California. Now, look, I don't begrudge anyone for chasing love. That's human. But what followed wasn't exactly a romantic comedy. More like a corporate merger with a sprinkle of PR campaigns. Meghan rebranded herself harder than a Silicon Valley startup, pivoting from selling juice to selling cryptocurrency. And before you knew it, California was the promised land. Except instead of oil wells and movie stars, we got Archewell and Oprah specials. And here's the kicker. While the tabloids were busy distracting everybody with who made who cry at the royal wedding, a much bigger game was happening backstage. A game called Move the Money, Shuffle the Funds, and Sell the Green Dream. See, Harry and Meghan weren't just playing house in California, they were playing chess with something called the Royal Foundation. That used to be William, Kate, and Harry's playground, for good causes, mental health, conservation, all that fuzzy feel-good stuff. Then Meghan joins in, things get rebranded, and suddenly the foundation becomes a revolving door of projects, pet initiatives, and restricted grants. Translation: money raised under one banner, like, say, Help the Youth, could get quietly funneled into something totally different, like Harry's shiny little startup called Travelist. Now, if you've never heard of Travelist, good, because nobody uses it. And if you did try to use it to plan your vacation, you'd probably end up in a Motel 6 wondering why the website looks like a middle school coding project. But here's the thing. Travelist isn't about booking flights. Oh no, it's about data, scoring systems, ESG metrics, the great greenwashing of jet-setting billionaires. And guess what? Who bankrolled that baby project? Yup, not Harry writing a personal check, which he could have considering he's never paid for a sandwich in his life. Nope, it came from the joint family pot, from money that donors probably thought was going to kids or conservation. Surprise! You just helped Harry build a data harvesting venture. Congrats. Now, let's pause for a second because I know some of you are like, what the heck is ESG? Don't worry, I got you. ESG stands for Environmental, Social and Governance. Sounds nice, right? Makes you think of polar bears and happy rainbows. But behind the curtain, it's a corporate report card. A way for big tech and big finance to say, hey, look how green we are, while they jet around the world and build apps nobody needs. Harry's Travelist fits right in. A perfect little pawn in the great ESG shuffle. Meanwhile, the Royal Foundation kept writing checks. 1 year, it's £145,000. Next year, It's £67,000. And it doesn't stop there. Even after Harry and Meghan officially split from the foundation, the cash trail kept flowing. But here's where it gets wild. That money wasn't just from tea parties and polo matches. Nope. Some of it came through a little monster called the Silicon Valley Community Foundation. And let me tell you, that's not just some neighborhood bake sale charity. We're talking billions. Bigger than Ford Foundation, bigger than Rockefeller. It's a clearinghouse for billionaires. Here's how it works. Rich tech dudes like Zuckerberg, Sergey Brin, Reid Hoffman drop money into the pot. They get an instant tax break. But the money doesn't have to go anywhere right away. It sits, it grows, and when they're ready, they funnel it to whoever they want. And here's the kicker, you don't see their names on the check. So when a mysterious $10 million lands in Archewell's lap, who really gave it? Zuckerberg, Hoffman, Elon Musk on a Tuesday night? Nobody knows. That's the beauty of it. Total opacity. And the press never asks because, well, Meghan wore a new dress and Harry said, "My mum," again, so front page news is covered. Now, let's zoom back to 2020. What was happening? Oh, right. Harry and Meghan's big split from the royal family. The Oprah interview, the drama, the headlines, the tears. Everyone's glued to their screens asking, who made who cry? But while the world was distracted, boom, Travelist launches. William's Earthshot Prize launches. Prince Charles suddenly rolls out his sustainable markets initiative at Davos. All in the same window. Folks, you think that's random? Nah, that's choreography. That's a boy band dance routine with dollar bills. These projects were incubated for years. They weren't brainstorming this stuff in the back of an Uber. They lined it all up, so when Harry and Meghan dropped their royal bombshell, the financial machine could slide into place quietly. And nobody noticed because, hey, Oprah was asking about baby Archie's skin tone. But here's the dirty secret. Travelist isn't really about helping you book a hotel. It's about building a scoring system, a framework where your travel choices can be tracked, measured, and eventually controlled. You know, for the planet, today it's about flights and carbon offsets. Tomorrow it's, sorry, you've had too much steak this month, no burger for you. Sound paranoid? Maybe. But when you line up Harry's little project with the World Economic Forum's big reset agenda, with ESG scoring, with the data obsession of Silicon Valley, it doesn't look like coincidence. It looks like coordination. And the kicker? The very people jetting around on private planes, vacationing on yachts, lecturing us about carbon footprints, they're the ones behind it. You couldn't make this up if you tried. Let's go deeper into that Silicon Valley Community Foundation. These guys have more influence than you realise, because when they cut checks, they don't just fund one side of the royal drama. Nope, they fund both. That's right. The same billionaires quietly bankroll both Harry and Meghan and William and Kate. On the surface, the brothers look like rivals. But underneath, they're sipping from the same billionaire Kool-Aid. Between 2021 and 2023, the foundation funneled nearly $4 million into William and Kate's foundation. Meanwhile, millions more slid into Archewell. Different PR, different narratives, same bankrollers. It's like pro wrestling. The rivalry is real for the cameras, but behind the scenes, the same promoter writes the checks. And while this is going on, what's Harry up to? Oh, just getting appointed as commissioner at the Aspen Institute. A man with no degree, no experience, but hey, he's got a crown and a podcast. Suddenly, he's advising on information disorder. That's right, the same guy who can't fly a helicopter without a photo op is lecturing the world on truth and misinformation. You can't make this up. It's like appointing me the commissioner of NASA because I once built a Lego rocket. So what's the takeaway here? Follow the money. Always. Because while we're busy watching Netflix specials and Oprah interviews, the real story is hiding in plain sight. Charities morph into incubators. Foundations shuffle cash like card sharks. Tech billionaires use donation clearing houses to buy influence. And somewhere in the middle, Harry and Meghan get to look like eco-warriors while flying private. And the royal feud? Yeah, it's entertaining. But when the same Silicon Valley money is bankrolling both sides, you start to realize this isn't a family soap opera. It's a business model. Folks, I know that was a lot. If your brain feels like scrambled eggs right now, good. That means you're paying attention. Next time you see a glossy PR campaign about saving the planet, ask yourself, who wrote the check? Because in the end, it's never about the flowers on the French toast, or the apron crafts, or the picture-perfect lattes. It's about the money trail. And when you follow that trail, the whole royal drama looks a lot less like destiny and a lot more like design. All right, my beautiful people, who loves you, baby? Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop me a comment. Do you think this was all coincidence, or was it a perfectly choreographed cash grab? And hey, if your socks are still on, you're built different. Peace out.